Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I am super excited for this video because I'm going to be sharing with you what I purchased during the Sydney Grace Christmas in July sale. If you're not familiar, Sydney Grace Cosmetics is an indie brand, and every single year during July they do like 12 days of deals. Every single day is a different steal, and sometimes they are really good, very hard to pass up, so I ended up making purchases on 2 different days. So before we jump in, figured I'd just address the elephant in the room. If you are not new to my channel, you probably noticed that my background is completely different, and that is because I moved. This is not my permanent background. I'm working on some things, and hopefully it'll end up being really cute and girly, but for now, we have a light blue wall, and this is my first day of filming here. Everything in July was pre-filmed, so if anything is off, I do apologize. I'm working on it. So jumping right on in, the very first day the sale was if you spent $55, you would get their new Chase Your Dreams eyeshadow palette for free, which I was definitely very interested in the palette. I thought it was beautiful. It was kind of one of those things where it's like, I don't need it, but I'm like, spend $55, get it for free, and it's like a $33 palette if I remember correctly. They had free shipping over $50 again if I remember correctly, so I was very excited about it. So I did it. Obviously, I'm filming this video right now. So here is the Chase Your Dreams palette. The outside packaging is super cute and sparkly. The sleeve matches exactly the same. Like I said, it just says Chase Your Dreams. And here is the inside of the palette. It's a really cute little like sunsetty vibes palette. I feel like this is the most me palette that Sydney Grace has done yet, because most of them have been more on the neutral side, and this is the most colorful. So I think I am going to go ahead and swatch a few things as we go. Probably not the whole palette, but maybe like the metallics or just certain shades that speak out to me. I am going to be swatching with my middle finger. I swear I'm not flipping you off, but I burnt the heck out of my swatching finger the other day, so I'm going to not use that. But this shade right here, the Dream, is really calling to me. Actually, these two, the Dream and Aspire, just look stunning. I mean, dang. Sydney Grace Metallics, they're not my absolute favorite formula ever, but they are very intense, like thick metallics. I more go for typically like more textured glittery shadows, but these are very opaque and pigmented. Alright, so in order to get this palette for free, I first went ahead and grabbed one of their little magnetic empty palettes. My friend designed the graphic design on this, Millie, Bad to the Brows, so I'd been wanting to grab one of these for a while, and I felt like the sale was the perfect time. It's just a little 9-pan empty palette, but I do think it's super cute. The other thing I'm so glad I grabbed on the first day was the Enduring Love palette, because I've been kind of wanting to get this for a bit, and it actually did end up selling out, I believe, after the first day or the second day or something like that. So I'm glad I picked it up right away, and it is just the cutest packaging. I can't get over it. It's just adorable. And when this originally launched, it did not speak to me, but recently something about this and being more of a cool tone palette, I've been wanting to get more into cool tones, and I feel like this kind of has like some grays, some grayish shades, some cool tone browns, while also keeping it interesting. There's some pink tones, and then a lot of the shimmers do really speak to me, and the shade Romeo looks like such a pretty like soft satiny baby pink. It is very cute because like the middle shades are like Devotion, Passion, Cherish, and then there's like little couple names. I do low-key want to fight Romeo and Juliet being on here because what a mess. But anyways, I think it looks super pretty, and I'm excited about it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and swatch Romeo because it's calling to me. I mean, it's literally, I feel like that would be such a pretty face highlight. And the pan's big enough, I feel like I could get my highlight brush in there. That looks so nice. Okay. Or like the perfect brow bone highlight. And then we'll do John. Kind of feeling John right now. Look at that. Wow. And then got one more finger. Maybe we'll do Darcy. Look at that. So I'm super excited about this palette. I cannot wait to use it. So that was my first order, and then for the second one, I believe it was, again, spend $55 and you got their Summer Days palette for free. And this one I went back and forth on. It's such a pretty neutral palette, and I'm like, do I really need this? No, not at all. But I don't know, just call me a clown. I couldn't help myself. The shade Basque, S'mores, and Camping looks so pretty as far as bronze shades go, especially S'mores. Oh, I forgot to mention, sorry, the Enduring Love palette is the light version, and this is the light version as well. They do have a light and a deep version for both of those palettes. And I honestly went back and forth on getting the light or the deep for this one because a lot of these lighter shades do look very similar, but I really liked Basque and Sandcastle, but I wish I could have had the shade that was the deep one here, which was like a really nice, super deep, rich brown. So I kind of wanted shades from both, but I just decided to go ahead and do the light one because I thought cherry picking would probably be enough to be a deepening shade, or I could always jump into another palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna swatch the shimmers here. I feel like Sydney Grace is such a good indie brand for neutral lovers. Like, that's the vibes they give me. I'm really excited about this palette. Again, let me know if you want to see any videos on any of the things I'm talking about today, and I can definitely do that. So in order to get that one free, I did go ahead and pick up a few things. I have a mystery bag here, which we'll leave towards the end, but I finally went ahead and grabbed the Sydney Grace Multichromes. I've been more into true multichromes recently, and I thought, like, individually I couldn't justify the price of these multichromes because they're $15 each, and for like one shadow, unless it like completely blows me away, I don't know, it's a lot for one shadow. And even if you're like one shadow $15, that's fine, but then when you're like 3 shadows $45, it's like, whew, that's a lot. That's a lot of money for 3 shadows. I felt like this was the perfect opportunity to grab them because I felt like they were less if I added in the price of the palette I was getting for free. This first one here, oh my gosh. Okay, this is the shade Twisted Shifter. I feel like with this new setup, I'm gonna have to figure out where exactly I can hit the lighting so you can see the shift, because with my old setup, I felt like when I did this, it really showed it on this side. There was something about the lighting. But right now I'm not seeing anything. So this one definitely goes from like a purple to a green. It looks very, very pretty. Okay. Super, super buttery smooth. Oh my gosh. Super foiled. So here is Twisted Shifter. And then next we have the shade Chameleonaire, which I mean is so beautiful. It's like the classic like blue-green multichrome. I think I have one like this from Touch of Glam as well. It's just super, super pretty. And then lastly, we have the shade Beauregard, which looks to be a purple to kind of like a pinky golden shade. I don't really have anything like this that I can think of off the top of my head. And then lastly, I did go ahead and grab the Cool Tone mystery bag with the light option. And I do think the makeup bag is super, super cute. The last thing I need is another makeup bag, but I do think it's adorable and it seems like something that would hold a lot. I think that this was $25, but it was supposed to have like a $50 value or something. So I figured that on top of getting the palette for free was pretty crazy. And there's a bunch of products in here. Like I said, I got the Cool Tone one just because I don't have that many Cool Tone single shadows, and I don't have that many Cool Tone shadows from Sydney Grace, so I thought that would be a good way to go to not get any repeats, because I think only a portion of the ones in here are new. And then they also come with a highlighter and a glitter, which the glitter looks so pretty. I don't like glitter. I will definitely not be using this on my eyes. I mean, it's very, very chunky, but I wonder if I could use this in some kind of art project. I knew it was going to be in there, so I was already like pretty prepared for that. And then there is a new loose highlighter, which is the shade Black Tie, and this looks super pretty. I'm hoping it's not going to be too dark for me because I live for their loose highlighter formula. And like I said, I got the light version, so, but it looks pretty like mauve-y. Like I almost feel like I might end up using this as a blush let's see, let's do a little swatch. Yes, I love their highlighter formula, their loose ones, because when you touch it, it almost feels like a pressed powder. I don't know what's in it that makes it so creamy, but it's the creamiest loose powder highlight ever. So there's what it looks like. Oh man. Ooh, that might not be too dark for me, or it might be like a blush into highlight, and it's like a lavender. Wow. I don't have anything like that. That is so pretty. We have a blush here as well, which looks to be a mauve. I have one blush from Cindy Grace that I got a while ago. I can't even remember the color. This one is Stiletto. The other one I have is like a peachy shade. Yeah, this is definitely a really pretty mauve. And I could see these two colors. Well, actually, it's like, yeah, it's a mauve, but it's not pulling as purple, especially compared to the highlighter, but I feel like those two are going to be super, super pretty together. And then there's also 5 different single shadows in the mystery bag, which I don't think I'm going to swatch all of these right now. The first one is kind of like this really beautiful light lavender. Actually, I guess I have to pull it out in order to tell you the name. This one is called Happy Accident. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Okay, I lied. I'm going to swatch that one. Oh, wow. Okay, that is gorgeous. Look at that. Such a pretty shade. The thing that got me about the Cool Tone bags is that they described it as having grays and lavenders. And I was like, lavender? Sign me up. Even though this is the only like purple one that's in the mystery bag. The rest are much more like true gray. Next we have a light gray matte. And this one is called Success. And then there is a darker kind of satiny gray, which is called Storm Clouds. Then we've got 2 deep matte grays. We have the shade To the Nines. And then lastly is this black, which is called Tuxedo. So I'm really excited about that little bundle. I feel like it was a really, really great deal. And it's definitely adding something unique to my collection personally. Because whenever I go to add stuff to my single shadow collection, I like rarely reach for these kind of tones. And then when I'm duping palettes or trying to like make color stories, and I'm like, I want a gray. And then I go through my 1200 single shadows and I'm like, I have no grays. So I thought that this would be a good idea. So there's what all my single shadows look like together. I feel like that black looks super nice. Okay, I'm just gonna swatch it. It is very, very smooth, like super buttery. But it looks a little bit more like just a deep gray rather than a black. Well, yeah, I mean, it's like a muted black. I don't know, it's somewhere in between. There's also, it looks like this one in the Chase Your Dreams is a black. It's called Enjoy the Journey. Let's see. Again, pretty smooth, but it looks a little bit lighter. Well, no, it's actually, that one's darker. Okay, that's a pretty true black. And then in the Enduring Love, I don't know why I'm suddenly swatching all these, the Robert shade. Oh yeah, okay. So the Robert one has a little bit of brown in it, but overall, I feel like I'm set on black eyeshadows. Alright, so that is everything I picked up from the Cindy Grace Christmas in July sale. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'd love to know if you picked up anything or if you've tried anything from Cindy Grace in general, if you have any recommendations, anything like that, please feel free to leave down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!